the honoured one in terms of Turkey, sitting a little bit safer. 7 points there in third, playing Greece in that first matchup. Are you expecting the same reign of form from the honoured one today?
Possibly, because I mean, it was somebody who we didn't really know too much about. Kind of.
So guys, I'm back again with a brand new live stream. Hello, welcome to the stream.
It's kind of been a little bit of a surprise package, been pretty solid across the board, and there's always that question when you get a player who doesn't really have that much experience.
Turkey versus
are they going to shine under the lights? And that has been the case. Very, very solid out.
Turkey versus.
You know, been surprised with what you've seen by the honoured one the last 5 matches?
Yeah, I think so. When you look at who else is where in the table, I mean, he's beaten Colombia 1-0. I mean, all games super close, losing only 1-0 to Daniel, who has been on red-hot form. Also beating Morocco, last year's silver medalist, runners-up in this category. Yeah, I mean, he's been slowly going about his business, 23 years of age. Seems not out of place at his FIFA E World Cup debut here this year.
The matchup between these two last night, I'm going to say, ended 2-2, Turkey Greece. Are they going to have made major changes, Chris?
Guys, double tap on the screen, man. Come on.
I'm curious if that's what you would want, like straight into that game again. Is that the kind of situation you would want? I'm not too sure, but as far as
Romario light.
I don't know, because if it's a 2-2 game, you've had opportunities. You know, you've been leaky at the back. I don't think they changed too much early on here today. Both those teams not in the worst of spots, especially if you're Turkey. It's one of those where I think they'll probably be easing themselves into today.
Harry, would it be a same formula overnight like we saw from the console players? They go and recap every single match they played yesterday, just see where they went right or did things right, where they did things wrong?
Absolutely, and if anything, it comes with an earlier night because these games go so quickly. I think one man in particular we'll see a little bit later on is that man Mbappe, having scored just 1 point in his last 3 games of yesterday. That is very uncharacteristic from last year's champion. But yeah, everyone will be reiterating their tactics, making sure there's no weaknesses and preparing for today.
Well, that's Brazil. They're just doing their last minute prep talks, just getting themselves ready for their first matchup of the day. But we are focusing, of course, on Group B first up. Turkey taking on Greece is our first featured matchup. We just hear some chants and some roars.
Greece versus Turkey, okay.
Down on the studio floor here, but this is the one all eyes will be on. Third place Turkey taking on 4th place Greece. Currently they are safe to go through to the quarterfinals, but that could all change on its head because we have 5 more matchups today. It's rinse and repeat from yesterday on the road to that trophy, the FIFA E World Cup trophy, eFootball Mobile. They get to play every single nation once again in their group, just to make sure it's fair. It's like home and away, Harry.
It is.
It's
round robin.
I'll go for the Turkey. Turkey, we're gonna win this match.
But it's great for us because we get to see the entertainment side of it. But it is cruel, you know, especially if you've won the previous match. It's like, I thought I've already beaten you. Now I have to face you again, and you've had time to prepare and
69% Turkey, 31%.
Cruel, but honestly, this group
Greece
is so wide open from 2nd all the way down to 6th. Just 4 points separate 5 teams and only 4 spots available. One is surely secured by India at this point, but the other 3 completely up for grabs.
Everyone at home thinks Turkey so far.
It seems that way. I think.
Where are you going? Quick.
I would be going Turkey.
I'll go Greece.
Okay, split here in the studio. You guys at home think Turkey. Okay, it's time to get this show on the road for mobile. First up, Greece taking on Turkey in the company of your commentary team, Cole and Stuart Wesley.
Είναι μια τεράστια τιμή, διπλή τιμή, δηλαδή όχι μόνο ως παίκτης. Είναι ακόμη περισσότερη περηφάνεια όταν παίζεις για τη χώρα σου. Και νιώθω πραγματικά έτοιμος γιατί έχω δουλέψει πάρα πολύ σκληρά, όχι μόνο το τελευταίο διάστημα, αλλά τα περισσότερα χρόνια και είμαι πανέτοιμος να ανταγωνιστώ σε ένα τέτοιο επίπεδο. Πιστεύω ότι είναι το καλύτερο που μπορώ να κερδίσω στην καριέρα μου. Το να χαρίσω ένα τίτλο στη χώρα μου είναι η μέγιστη περηφάνεια που μπορεί να αισθανθώ ως παίκτης και ως άνθρωπος. Να είναι έτοιμοι για πολύ σκληρές μάχες εναντίον μου. Πιστεύω ότι δεν είμαι η καλύτερη επιλογή για να βρεθούν απέναντί μου. Είναι λογικό η κάθε χώρα να θέλει να διεκδικήσει αυτή τον τίτλο και να μην θέλει τον αντίπαλο του νικητή. Όμως εγώ θεωρώ ότι είμαι πιο έτοιμος από τους άλλους και αυτό είναι ο λόγος που θα γίνω παγκόσμιος.
Okay, match is going to start. Greece versus Turkey.
The FIFAe Finals 2025 kicks off for Efootball Mobile. And already we see
Patrick Vieira.
Turkey, who couldn't quite
He's
put it
using
away.
one of the best.
Big favourites, Turkey.
Oh wow, what a lofted pass!
Yeah, they certainly are.
Who is he? Bebeto.
Attack there from left to right, but you're quite right in terms of the
Cruyff.
underdog story that we Greece. Console player turned
Mbappe to Michael
Platini
Platini to Mbappe, double touch and boom. No, call, what a call, man.
He's bent right back in, and we are
He's good.
honoured one has so much danger.
That is a phenomenal finish from Turkey.
Turkey is good, man.
I believe it's their
He's
second
an
attack.
Mbappe.
It was a controlled strike right into that far corner. We'll see it again here.
Ooh,
as
what a
Michel
goal.
Platini cuts it
I thought he would
back,
take
and
double
Kylian
touch and boom.
Mbappe wonderfully
But
dodged
nice
with that
goal.
right boot. Finds the corner of the net, and Turkey at 1-0
Turkey at 1-0.
against Greece.
Now, the honoured one coming into this one, we didn't know too much about him, but my goodness, he is taking to this stage like anything.
Yeah, and with a really tightly packed group, getting a
Now
lead at
Ronaldo,
this stage already
Patrick
so
Vieira.
quickly into the
Vieira
game.
lofted
It's
pass to
vital for
Ronaldo,
his
Ronaldo need.
aspirations going into the
Kellini,
latter
Kellini to
stages.
Dan Bon, one of the best
Guaranteed
LB.
that Turkey will make this through.
Vitinha,
Just 2
Dan Bon.
points above the cut-off zone. Morocco and
Match is
Greece
lacking,
in 5,
man.
so beating Greece would be huge
Maybe
for
to-
Turkey.
Certainly would be.
Okay, Patrick Vieira.
Greece trying to
Named
close
it now.
back in,
Named
but
it Romario.
Turkey back on the charge on the right-hand side.
Kellini.
Greece retain possession once more, but possession's going to be key,
Vitinha.
especially
Cruyff.
how quickly that time can go down in mobile.
It does race down.
Nice intercept.
Greece are going to have to
Named
step
it.
right back up and get back into it. First
Cruyff,
23 's
Vitinha,
hold the ball. To be
Bebeto.
fair,
Now he have a
still
chance.
behind,
Greece
they
have a
to
chance.
do
Greece
that.
have a chance. Greece have a chance.
Johan Cruyff on the left
Well, this is done.
It falls to Ronaldo. Does he
Come
take the shot?
on,
Maybe he should have.
bro.
No, didn't take the chance. It's frustrating. Vitinha tries to change that, interchanging on the penalty box.
Greece,
Again,
wow.
overplaying.
Yeah, just one too many
What are you
passes
doing,
there from
man?
Panas ball, but they still do have possession.
Fake
with
shot and
Greece, but
boom
they've gone
was
aerial
there.
this time, and it's been cleared
Or
away,
DT
but
boom.
You're quite right. When you have those opportunities, these players, they will always look for the
Kellini.
100% chance.
Well,
Lofted
especially
pass.
with Ronaldo, you just got to take that snapshot sometimes. And again, passing when it's really not on.
Wow.
Turkey can punish Greece
This
all
top
over
player
again.
can
He
qualify
was through
outside.
for a second. Cellini said no.
Kellini, Ruben
Yeah,
Diaz.
again, it's good defensive work now from Greece.
Vitinha.
Playing through the phases here as Vitinha has it on
Vitinha,
the left-hand side.
Kellini,
But again, it's all
Ruben
going to be about
Diaz.
the stat in the top left-hand corner. It's all well and good having possession. It's all well and good
Check.
having passing accuracy and all of those good
Okay,
things.
holding the ball. Greece is
That's
holding
gonna
the ball.
matter at the end of this game.
Vieira,
It's going to be the stat in the top
Cruyff.
left-hand corner.
Bebeto, Bebeto.
Cruyff finds Bebeto.
Bad pass.
Will still involved. Ronaldo tries to turn.
Outside.
Is that a free kick?
A free
I
kick,
think
free
it is
kick.
for Greece. Greece is going to be taking
Now it's a chance to
It's
score.
given round about 35 yards
Grace.
from goal.
shooting range.
Grace.
You'd have a go.
Bebeto.
You would have a look, most definitely. Probably not with Bebeto. Probably going to be looking at maybe. Yeah, it certainly would be. You'd look to Cristiano Ronaldo. I know for those knuckleball free kicks, he's going to eye this one up, and whether Panas ball can pull something out of nothing here will remain to be seen.
The stadium awaits the potential.
Okay.
It's a decent strike. The keeper wasn't sure.
A
Couldn't
good
catch it,
strike.
could only put it out for a corner.
Yeah,
Good
it's done
strike,
right
now
to
it's a
the centre of
corner.
the goal there from Greece, but it just probably moved just a little bit. The goalkeeper had to parry it. Goes for a corner.
Greece do have some danger men, of course, from the corner. Ronaldo, who just took that free kick, will be looking to get his head on this one.
Corner. Can he
Possible
score?
able to
Greece can
prime
score.
there From this Iniesta corner.
Ronaldo.
Taking his time, waiting.
It's
put this
time to
one into
Ronaldo,
center. I thought
but
it was a
Dan
short
Burn.
corner. Actually went all the way to Dan Burn, who almost got his head on it.
Cruyff.
It's dangerous here for Turkey.
Cruyff, DT and boom, man. Come on.
But again, the shot not quite fast enough. Well
Romario,
defended
now
the,
counter.
Yeah, it's those controlled strikes. They
Nice
take just
Ruben
a
Diaz.
little bit more time with the animations.
Right now.
As you said, sometimes
pass.
you just maybe going to hit a
Eachday.
regular shot and try and
Tonali.
make the best of it.
Tonali to Platini. Platini.
Turkey
Platini.
really
Platini have
well
speed.
versed in the art of
You
defense,
also have
and they're
good.
looking to be
Oh,
good
Mbappe
at
now.
attack.
Here's Mbappe.
Oh,
Goes for
again.
the shot. We could have seen a similar strike.
That was cool.
It's the one
Pass
that broke the
can
deadlock
come
all
through.
that time ago, way back at the beginning of
Right
this
now.
half. But I'd say
Iniesta,
the last
Cruyff.
15 minutes or so, it's been Greece that have had the upper
Broke.
hand.
Who is?
Crespel
Broncon Horst.
continuing to improve himself as a console-first
Iniesta,
player.
Iniesta to
Transition to
Bebeto.
mobile, doing so well, just to be
Vitinha.
competing as Vitinha has this one.
Now.
Here's Bebeto. He shoots, but it's saved.
Hello,
A
Nice.
chance that was to restore parity here for Greece. Really well worked to get the ball into Bebeto. Takes a left-footed strike again. Tests the goalkeeper.
Bebeto किन खेलेर छ डमी रनर. Why he is playing with Bebeto?
Will correct
Greece
for a
is
corner.
playing with Bebito.
Last time around it was
Dummy
down
runner.
there. Paris was searching for. Will it be the same?
This should have been
Two past
used
the box. Looks like the
goal
Greek players
poacher
will be running
plus
onto
Fox
this
in
one,
the
so
box.
aiming for a space rather than a player is
Iniesta,
instead it's short.
Cruyff.
Johan Cruyff. Can he do his
Now
best?
Dan Bon.
Instead it's
Dan Bon.
Chance to shoot,
Wow.
and it's in the back of the net.
It's a 1-1
Corner, it's a big goal.
against Turkey. Greece 1, Turkey 1.
One for the training ground, short pass.
What a match is going on.
One pass found, and the most unlikely goal scorer in Big Dan Bird.
Good game. Dan
He's
Bon
never
scored.
scored before in his life, is Danny B.
His
Not with his
LB.
feet, I don't think of that type of strike. We'll see it again. It rolls to Cruyff.
His
Sits
LB
across,
scored.
And we said about those opportunities.
His
just
LB
the
scored.
split second that Greece had to pull the trigger, and they did so successfully. Beautiful camera angle, finds its way all the way through those red shirts.
Nice
And
call.
Greece have themselves an equaliser.
Now it's 1-1.
Very much
31
changed
Greece
the
1.
team talk right at the
Vera.
injury time of that first half. Although, might
Now,
still be an opportunity here for Turkey.
Mbappe
Mbappe has the ball.
in
Looking to
half-time.
find that incisive pass, not quite able to, and I think Panaspol is going to be happy with that
Half-time.
first half.
Yeah, meanwhile, we've got
Colombia
goals
versus
that are running
Japan.
around the
Kylian
ground.
Mbappe,
It's
what a
Kylian
hit.
Mbappe has given Japan the lead.
Japan the lead.
It's a very good start for Japan.
Bahrain versus Egypt.
As we cut to
Platini,
Egypt
Vera.
and Bahrain to
Nice
header from
corner.
Patrick Vieira that gives Egypt the lead. I believe Bahrain down to 10. Meanwhile,
Zaire Emery.
Thailand versus Brazil. What a
Brazil
strike
versus
that is.
Thailand.
Double touch the edge of the box and fired into the net. A wonderful finish.
Saliba.
Yeah, so Thailand, who hugely disappointed in the console, at least maybe in the mobile, they'll get through to the playoffs up against the world champion. That's what we're jumping right into now.
Junino versus Zamkata.
We're back with our featured game
Dan
now.
Bon.
Kick off back and underway.
Kelly.
Turkey 1,
Ruben
Greece
Diaz.
1. Greece in possession, just
Thuram.
inside of their own half, but they're going to have to go some here. As Turkey seem to be
Bro,
a
nice
tricky
pass.
outfit to undo.
Cruyff now.
There's a through ball there from
Bebeto.
Vieira, back to the edge of the box, but
Bebeto.
Bebeto.
Oh.
Off the post and ricochets
So
clear.
bad, yeah.
And Turkey has the ball
That's why I'm
back.
saying why
Another
he's using
opportunity goes back in
Bebeto.
for Greece.
Lovely opportunity, though, lovely effort, good interplay there from the Greek player. The decision-making was much
Platini.
better. That was the time to take slightly more space for the shot.
Romario.
Anyway, comes from Marario.
Nice intercept. Dan Bon is goated LB.
Yeah, he's
Iniesta
provided
now.
himself a
Iniesta.
very big Geordie brick
Holding the
wall
ball.
at the back here for
Pass to
Greece.
Vitinha.
On the halfway line for
He's
Greece.
playing with
Still to build up
orchestrated
again,
plus
but
Anchorman plus
it's a ball in towards Ronaldo,
Pretty
headed
playmaker.
into Cruyff.
Cruyff.
with the
Oh,
shot.
nice
Followed
intercept.
by
intercept.
Cruyff.
Cruyff now.
To Cruyff, and Cruyff scores!
Easy peasy.
Took him two opportunities.
Greece leading, man, against Turkey.
Say no to. The Greek
Greece is
player
leading against Turkey. Wow.
stands up and roars because take number 2 was all he needed, and the turnaround for now is
Now
complete.
it's gonna be difficult
And
for the
this would
Turkey.
leapfrog his opponent in the group.
No, it's gonna be difficult for the Turkey to qualify.
You go to the well, you go to that place where you go.
Okay, India versus Morocco, Ronaldo
Meanwhile,
goes through.
India versus Morocco in here, and
India versus
Morocco
Morocco,
have taken a bit of a
Morocco
shot
leading
lead there against India, but the story here is Greece 2-1 up, coming off the canvas after that really early goal from Turkey.
It's turning into a disaster of a game round for Turkey, losing to Greece and Morocco beating India. That's certainly some points that the Turkish player would have been expecting Morocco not to get.
India
So
scoring.
even if Morocco can hold up for a point, it would be a very, very good draw.
Well, it'd be valuable not just for Morocco's chances, but also does it then start to creep in Daniel coming down the table and starts to maybe start to get him into the mix where his position might actually be that safe.
Yeah, we saw it from Indonesia as well. They lost a couple of games, or they couldn't quite turn a draw into a win. They didn't go out, but not winning their group for Indonesia. The way they were playing earlier is a bit of a disaster. And you say the same for Daniel, but he has the ball now with
Cross.
Gakpo. A few men into the box. Can he find it into the centre? There's the pass, but he took slightly too long, and Morocco go back to defend.
Cross गर्नु पर्ने थियो.
Yeah, it was again really good defensive work there by Morocco. There's a tactical pause inbound for those two. We'll wait and see where we emerge here.
Greece.
We emerge now back with our feature game. Greece 2, Turkey 1.
Samson.
Just to bring you back up to speed. Substitutes have occurred, as you can see, in the top left-hand
Ruben
corner.
Diaz.
What you can also see as well, that tactical bias at the bottom. It went from full blue, which is, as you remember from last year, Cole, all-out defence.
Yeah.
But it's moved back to being a
Amada
neutral now
Onana.
as Greece have the ball and they look to have just a little bit of
Germain.
controlled possession and just
Thuram.
maybe try and calm things down.
How difficult is it to get the ball when your opponents are playing keep ball like this?
It's incredibly difficult, and it's also incredibly frustrating because you go and start chasing the ball down, you're then going to leave those gaps in behind. And you see here, Greece looking to just try and take some of those vital seconds off, but of course, in this game mode, your seconds is more like you're taking minutes off. And as you can see, ball up to Ronaldo.
Oh, Alvarez, have a chance.
Save from the goalkeeper.
Almost.
A Greece corner. Another big save. And again, had it not been for the goalkeeper, I think Turkey would have been out of this one already.
Yeah, master plan there from Panaspor, passing that ball around until finally unleashing the trap, just when Turkey have to really force themselves up against him. And it's Greece that have this corner. They've already scored from one from the second ball. Dan Burn is looking hungry. Is he able to get back into this one?
He might be able to get on the end of this.
Ronaldo, yeah.
Clear by the goalkeeper, only as far as
Fake shot and boom. Come on, fake shot and boom.
Double touch. Bit of neat control. Can Cruyff
Cross.
find the ball into the box? Can it's pushed away again?
Late.
It's headed away by Simons to Mbappe. Back to
Late cross.
Matuida.
That was late
And it's
cross.
out for now for Turkey
Now.
to maybe launch a break
Now
here.
counter.
It's over
Mbappe
halfway,
had
looking
speed.
for runners.
Xavi Simon is a whole
Xavi
player.
Simons
Amazing
against
run.
Chiellini.
Nice
Chiellini's
Chiellini.
done really well. Oh, casual as you like.
Oh my
Back heel to Petr Cech.
What?
Greece
इसको
managed
मुट्टू
to
नहीं
evade
just सब इसी
trouble
गलत है
very late on here, but the ball's not quite
Now
cleared.
Openda.
It's a pender now for Turkey. In
Now Yediz.
Yildiz with the strikers deflecting.
Mbappe.
Only as far as Mbappe is taken into the hands of Petr Cech. As you can hear from my co-comments, the breath out was very much held because it certainly looked like that one of those shots could have been goal bound.
Well, it wasn't even that. It's that Petr Cech had to get his helmet out for a second because his own defender was diving headfirst into him. Sliding tackle. Thankfully, for
Cruyff.
Greece, the goalkeeper had the ball.
जीत
They were
गया
able to get the ball forwards. Just send it back to the Turkish
So good.
keeper. The other Petr Cech.
Greece win.
30 seconds left. They have to boom
Greece
this.
win.
Is the flick going to be there? Yes, it
Greece
is for
win.
now. And it's
Greece
won.
win.
Here we have it on the left wing. In field.
Ah, Greece win.
And Vieira says no.
Greece
Last
win.
game. Panaspor. What a moment.
Brothers ball.
What a comeback off of the canvas.
Nice
Conceded within the
comeback.
first 5 minutes of the game. You thought, oh, here we go,
Yep.
it's going to be Turkey. And all of a sudden, the pride of Greece just came flooding back, got himself on the score sheet twice, and was able to pick up a huge 3 points.
Yeah, massive. Well played, Greece. So healthy for them now in the table. They go above Turkey by a point. And it does hugely increase their chances of making that top four. Turkey are going to have to look deep, see what happened there, but you just got to keep going in this format.
That's it, and again, you just have to pick yourself up. For Greece now, that's a vital piece of momentum. They carry on from where they left off yesterday, winning that last round of fixtures. And again, we talk about Panaspor being one of the best players. Lazar the Greek is his coach. Again, two of the best players on console, and now have just moved into mobile. They're certainly showing their level here.
Yeah, I mean, talk about showing the level. Just as a little bit of a spoiler, I've just seen that Saudi Arabia have beaten Malaysia by a goal to 0.
Saudi
so
Arabia beaten to
now not quite
Malaysia.
top. So that's a big one right there. It does put Saudi Arabia in contention. So these groups jumping about all over the place, Wes.
That's the nature of mobile. One result can change absolutely everything, as we can already see.
Veracity, what an interview you have ahead of you. Well done, Greece.
Now, Panaspor, you certainly delivered. After having drawn against them yesterday, talk to me about the game plan coming into today. What did you change?
Yeah, yesterday we drew with Turkey. I think it was a good game, but I deserved the win. And today I was more calm, and this is why I won.
You say you were more calm. We saw you celebrating after your second goal. First one, you were pretty relaxed. Are you feeling the pressure being in this environment, representing Greece as the only player?
Yeah, I don't feel pressure for playing in this tournament. I only feel some pressure for representing my nation. And in the first goal, I didn't celebrate too much because I knew that I have to be more focused. And in the second goal, I felt very, very good.
Well, now, your next matchup is going to be against India. You lost against them yesterday. What is the game plan here? What are you going to change to ensure that you walk away with a victory again today?
Yeah, India is a very good team and great player. I don't think that I need to change something in my tactics. Just I want to be calm again.
Well, best of luck to you. I'm looking forward to seeing you perform. And GG's again. Back to the studio.
India versus Greece. Next
Thanks,
match.
Rusty. Yeah, well, calmness then being key for Palasball and Greece coming out firing on day 2.
Yeah, had to be. And that's that kind of result that really can put you in a great position. All these groups are now getting extremely tight. Every single result that we needed to kind of go for the groups to tighten up happened, and it's going. I can't actually wait to see the standings because I've had a little peek and it's going crazy.
It's almost like the groups race.
ये red card खा रहे थे
on each
दोबारा
other now.
We say calmness is key, but we said actually it's probably momentum. Getting that last victory last night to come in prepared for today, Harry.
Yeah, it's exactly what we said. Psychologically, just having that win under your belt, to go in overnight knowing that you're, you know, within the top 4, within one round of fixtures, everything could change. And as you're seeing from our
1-1 draw,
our highlights, you've seen goals go potentially against the grain, against where we expected them to go in. And as a result, it means now almost every single nation is within the mix going into our next round, round number 6.
And what else Palasball said, he said, actually, I'm not changing any tactics. I'm changing my mind.
1-1 India versus Morocco again 1-1.
I'm not changing
Yesterday
my
was also a 1-1 draw.
I'm looking down, starting with Group B, 2-1 over Turkey there. Japan getting a good start.
Saudi Arabia won
2-1
against
over
Malaysia,
Colombia.
Bahrain.
India, Morocco, 1 apiece.
Egypt won, Egypt.
Daniels,
Thailand 2-1 Brazil.
they're still undefeated.
Thailand beat Brazil, nice. Zamkata,
Juninho.
Zamkata beat.
From Mbappe. Don't know what's
Juninho.
going wrong there. I'd like to get someone actually to go and have a chat to him, go and speak to him. Lost out to Saudi Arabia in that opening matchup. Egypt taking a scalp of Bahrain there, and Thailand winning 2-1 over Brazil.
And just to remind people at home, last year I should say, Mbappe didn't lose a game until he got to the semi-final against Daniel. He's already lost a few. This is not necessarily what we were expecting. Look, I still think he'll make it through the group, don't get me wrong, but we really were expecting almost a flawless performance till that stage.
This is what Abdulaziz said when he sat there, though. He said, when you are a world champion, everyone comes out and plays their best eFootball against you, and we're seeing that against the likes of Mbappe, aren't we?
Big target on their back, Rach. Big target. And you say, you know, we expect them to go through. He's teetering on the...
Guys, double tap on this screen, man. Come on, like and subscribe to the channel, everybody.
Only 4 go through to the knockouts, so you'd expect Mbappe to turn things around here soon, but, I mean, that is 1 point from his last 12 possible points on the table. He's losing points left and right.
I'd be interested to hear his thoughts and say, is he playing as good as he was last year? Because if he thinks he is, and if he thinks he's playing at the same standard, then it does mean everybody is just playing their best when they come up against him.
Well, I mean, I think obviously there's some differences in the sense that the competition is definitely higher. He said that himself yesterday. And then, of course, we've got the draft as well, which may well have made a bit of a difference. Maybe it was that comfort with your home nation that would have helped you out. Now, it's a really, really level playing field.
Japan, I mentioned it there, really important 6th/1st round. We're going 1st round for today. Victory to kickstart their day. How important was that, Harry?
Massive. Absolutely massive. They started the day last in their group. They're now into the top 4. They're 4th, and to be honest, they're, you know, just a single point or, you know, a couple of points from jumping up into 2nd. So yeah, that was a big win for Japan. I know Soshan, I know what he's capable of. I've seen him play in the past. He's much better than he showed yesterday, so that will be a big bouncing off point for him starting today on day 2.
Just a massive mental boost to kickstart your day.
Yeah, especially with, again, I know we've talked about the interview quite a bit, but to see him in that space, and then he's won 2 games since then. I'd love to see how he feels now, because it's all of a sudden completely changed round in a really nice spot in the group.
Both the underdogs. You were saying Japan, you know, precarious position coming into this, and Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia getting that victory over who we were just talking about. Mbappe there. What a statement from them. How inspired would they have been from what they saw Saudi Arabia do earlier on today in the console, Harry?
I think they would have been massively inspired. Obviously, Easy Esther, you know, is no doubt good friends with some of the console players. You have to say that no one can overlook Saudi Arabia. I think maybe going into today, they were disappointed in how they performed yesterday. And they said, you know what, we can beat anyone. We need to have that hometown mentality, that home nation mentality, and know that no matter what, we can win. They've just beat last year's champion, and as a result are just 1 point from one of those top 4 spaces. Lot of eFootball to be played.
A lot of eFootball to be played, and we're getting right into the next matchup. Match 2 of today, match 7 overall is coming your way, and it's another big one. We get to see Japan now in the flesh because they take on this team, Morocco. Wow, Japan needs to keep
Morocco versus Japan
going. They've come out firing. They mean business today. They just got that victory, didn't they? A few moments ago, 2-1 over Colombia. Morocco, they were held to a tie. I'm going to say actually they held India to a tie in their first fixture today. That will have motivated
Yasin
them
versus
when
Susu.
Daniel and India were topping the table.
Susu,
and they
Susu.
took a point off them.
Yeah, I think that the only caveat I would say is that Daniel started pretty slowly yesterday. He seems to be one of those guys that, he does kind of ease into the tournament. So maybe just having a bit of a slow start to his day, but irrelevant of that, you have to give all the credit over to Morocco after a really hard-fought point. And now all of a sudden, in this group, or both groups to be honest with you, it's really come down. Every single game is going to be massively important. There isn't too many where you look at maybe like first place against a sixth, that you think, okay, well, that's definitely going to go that way. There's been so many mixed results that it's so difficult to predict. But I think Japan will be feeling confident now. It seems like an emotional player. Back-to-back wins has got to give you some motivation.
Which way do you think the Twitch chat would vote on terms of who's going to win here, Harry?
It's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is a tough one. The Moroccan fans, they do come out in force. I'm trying to think what time it'd be in Japan at the moment. I think they're about 6 hours ahead, so yeah, it's getting late. It's getting late over there towards midnight. If I had to guess, it would probably be Morocco, just based on time zones.
Morocco gonna win.
Time zone.
Real Morocco gonna win.
Who are you going for in your gut? Now we can see Japan. Oh, maybe some Japanese fans are now falling off. They're going to sleep.
In my gut, I'm heading Japan's way, I would say. Again, I just think that he'll have some confidence off those last 2 wins, will show. And then, yes, okay, Morocco did draw against India. That's great.
Guys, double tap on this screen, man. Come on.
Both these 2 teams that need the points, but I think Japan will be feeling confident after a big win against Colombia, who, by the way, were second in their group.
Okay, well, I think we're ready to get started. This is your second feature matchup of today in terms of eFootball Mobile. It is Japan taking on Morocco. Let's go to this one with Wes and Cole via learning a little bit more around Morocco.
It's a great experience, and I'm so proud to be here with the best players around the world. It's a great experience because I've been dreaming of this since my childhood. So being here, it's like a dream to me. It's a great honor when you represent your country at this global event and you play versus the best players. So we're trying to. Last year we lost the final. This year I feel like we're going to win it.
I feel like he's going to win. Anything can be happen. I think India gonna lift the trophy this time. India or Brazil. Okay, Saliba. Xavi Alonso. Huh? Japan already playing with 2 bar defense. Tilly. Forlan with the he was trying to take the goal touch, but he couldn't make it. Now Sufyan Amrabat. Hey, Amrabat is playing at right back. Nice. Box to box player at right. Or he is playing with the 3 at the back. Xavi Alonso. Gullit. Nice flick shot. Gullit. Nice strike. Forlan. It's a corner now.
And it is gone for a corner. So Shun on the other side for Japan has
Gaucho.
so far this season.
1 bar defense. So Morocco is also going
silverware.
to
Does have to do some defending here early on against Morocco. It's a good start from his opponent, Yassine. What have we got from the corner? We saw in the last game how deadly corners can be in eFootball Mobile. That one
nice.
looks flat. The keeper saves it.
Forlan.
And Forlan makes no mistake. mistake.
Yeah, goalkeeper
What
still
a
on
goal.
the floor from parrying it away from the corner. It went to just past the 18-yard box.
What
And
a
it was
goal,
fired
Forlan.
home, as you said, by Diego Forlan.
Diego
It's a
Forlan.
brilliant start for Morocco.
Fireland.
So is that the method
It's
for
not a
Efootball mobile
Forlan.
corners, where you
Fireland.
try and make the keeper commit to something
He's
and then you have a
Fireland.
man there ready to put it away?
What you've certainly seen in console and in mobile is that the keepers can sometimes be susceptible in terms of how the height of the ball is delivered and how much power is delivered on it. Is that it can cause you to just, instead of catching it, it'll be parried instead. And that's a perfect example where the ball is zipped in with that much pace. The goalkeeper just can't keep a hold of it, pushes it out to what he thought was safety, and instead it was the right foot of Diego Forlan instead.
Yeah, I love the finish. No nonsense. No messing about trying to find the corner. Just low, hard, powerful. And Morocco have this lead, and you were saying they could go second in the group.
If results
Yeah,
go
but
their
you'd be
way, there's only a
select.
2-point gap between them and Colombia. Of course, there are goals and certainly ramifications. Of course, I'll leave it to the boffins in the back about the league table, because, again, every goal that goes in makes every bit of difference, especially that one for Morocco, because that puts them on 9 points and certainly will drag Japan back into trouble once more.
Xabi Alonso has this one into the centre. Here's Ruud Gullit. Finds the pass to Pele, turns. This is great play again. Oh, lovely play. Oh, Ruud shoots. Nearly there. Wesley Sneijder has to bundle this ball away.
It's a really good move there by Morocco. And now Japan look to try and advance it, but they've lost it in transition again, and it's the leaders, Morocco, with the ball just before the halfway line, and they are looking to try and keep control of it at a premium. As Ruud Gullit on the edge of the 18-yard box, dances into the box, into a Forlan's header that's been missed, and
Sneijder.
taken away by Sneijder.
Now wait a minute. Pele. Nice big shot and nice strike.
But now, almost another corner. It goes for a
Saved.
throw-in, and I think that Soshan is relieved that it's only that, because corners are dangerous.
They are. I mean, if Morocco are able to do that from the first corner, it's almost a little bit Rory Delap-esque. Instead of clearing it out on an opposite side of things, you clear out instead of going for a corner, you clear it out.
I
You
got
clear
to
it directly for a corner
Saliba,
instead.
Soufiane
And
Amrabat,
Morocco have the ball back over halfway. Of course, more goals going in around the
Amrabat to
grounds.
Xabi
We'll obviously bring
Alonso,
them to
Patrick
you
Vieira now.
as and when we
Xabi
can.
Alonso,
As
Ruud Gullit.
Alonso into Gullit for Morocco, but Rodri will clear it away. And
Gaucho.
again, it just seems to have broken into a little bit of a chess match here, Cole.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Sneijder,
over
nice.
Thailand are 2-0
Alonso,
up
nice.
against Malaysia. So Mbappe,
Okay.
our reigning
Gaucho
champions,
is
having
free.
an absolute nightmare on the cusp.
Oh, Forlan again.
As we see more
Pele.
Moroccan passes. Nearly that one fell to Moroccan teammate. Japan looking more likely on the counter,
Icon.
having no serious pressure in the Moroccan half. They have to get hold of this ball. I think they've just got to keep it for a little while, because they keep giving it back.
Yeah, possession is 9/10 goal, whether it be Rocket League, whether it be eFootball, it's the exact same principle. You have to keep the ball, it's where you can do damage, but as you mentioned in the first game, the only stat that's going to matter at the end of 90 minutes is that one in the top right-hand corner. At the moment,
कस्तो अल्छी लाग्दो गेम
for
भएको
the
यो
only African nation here in eFootball Mobile in Morocco.
Yassine will be incredibly chuffed
First
with
half.
his half-time work. A win that
Shushun.
second. We'll keep you posted on how the other games are going. As we
Turkey
speak,
versus
I'll
Colombia.
tell you that Colombia are losing to Turkey, as we can see
Turkey
there,
leading.
which I believe is good for our Moroccan.
Yeah, I believe that's a goal to make it 3 goals.
That was the third, was it?
That's a 3 goals to 1. And we cut right to it at the right moment. We caught that goal. I believe in other games around the grounds, Brazil beating Bahrain by a goal to 0. And it just seems to just be, as we said, these games and these goals that are going
कति गोल
in,
छिराएको रहेछ त
causing all levels of chaos in this group.
Group B especially. I mean, Group B is everything we love from eFootball Mobile. The fact that coming into this round of games, there are only 2 points separating 6th, which is bottom, with 2nd, which is 2nd. You know, India are clear. Daniel is looking excellent. He only got a point in the last game, but even so, what a tough group.
Yeah, it's
The honored one.
an example of a shark tank. It really has turned into it. As the other result, or the other game that we have going on at the
Okay,
moment,
Soufiane
Saudi Arabia,
Amrabat,
the host, losing 1-0
DiMarco.
to Egypt. That one in Group A.
Holding the
As
ball.
we're back
Morocco
with
is
the
holding the
game
ball.
here between Morocco and Japan, which
He
we
can
only saw in
hold
game
because he is
1.
leading.
The Greece result that changed everything. I feel as though
Buffon.
it's going to change everything again with this result in here, as if it stays like this,
Okay, clear.
it really does
Gullit head.
create all kinds of mayhem.
So shouldn't he
Okay,
make some
Liao now.
serious changes.
Through.
Much better than he did in the first half, because this Japanese side
Nice, Rodri.
looking out of ideas at times as Rodri has the ball in the centre. Attempt to throw it down Japan, not rushing, waiting for that pass to come forwards. That's better. Del Piero almost finds Schneider.
Now Del Piero.
Again, this is how the first goal was scored for Morocco. That touch.
Nice.
Del Piero continues with the ball.
Nice.
He almost shoots, but what a tackle! How well timed was that?
That was
What a
expertly
tackle.
timed, because that quick turn from Japan has been something we've seen quite a few times from them. And in terms of that execution, it was great in terms of skill, but the slide challenge was timely.
And then after that, Japan waste the ball from the throw-in as well. So Morocco are going to get possession, and when you have control of the ball, it can be really difficult to see it taken away from you, as we saw in the last game when Turkey were desperately trying to fetch that ball and they just could not get hold of it. Turkey, who, as we saw earlier, are now 3-1 up in the next game, so feeling a little bit better.
Back pass.
Keep ball now for Morocco.
Yeah, they will try and calm things down. We saw this with Greece in terms of just trying to take the game and take the spirit away from your opponent. If there's anybody full of spirit, it is the Blue
Nice pass.
Samurai.
At a nice pass, Liao have his speed.
Leo inside the box, and he's forced to save for the goalkeeper. It's cleared away by Morocco.
That was
Not sure if he
100%
had any
safe.
options to cut across their goal.
Yeah, maybe. I think he tried to surprise the goalkeeper. You can only ask him maybe after this one what the thought process was there.
He's still, man, he's still holding the ball. Now Schneider.
Much better now from Social.
You can't pass right like that.
Getting some passes away, but just when that one comes in, you look frustrated there at the Japanese.
Yeah, it's just although
Really is
Japan's pressure was told there as
Rijkaard
tried to win
now.
it back, but Rijkaard gets it back again.
Rodri.
It's just about having a disruptor in the centre of midfield. The DMF position in Efootball is a real key one.
Liao, pass and move, come on.
A superstar one, you like to see your Rodris or Jabi Alonso, those types of individuals. They can really break up play for you.
Now that one towards Schneider. I think a few players watching this one over in Group B will be hoping that Japan can take a point, because it's so close. 2 points dropped for either team. Really keeps the cat amongst those pigeons, and it's looking like Japan are going to be stepping forward all the way, but one pass too many again from Del Piero, overplaying.
Yeah, you can see there.
Why Japan is playing toward defense?
Morocco, beg your pardon, have changed.
He's trailing by one goal.
Defense. They are trying to just stifle the
Interesting
game.
if it is Japan.
Okay, Morocco is going to attack.
We'll beat them with defense. It certainly looks as though
The one who leading is going one bar attack. The one he's trailing is 2 bar defense.
Which is all out defensive,
What
whereas
the hell is happening here?
just pushed to one attacking. Is that going to be enough? It's Rafael Leo in the closing stages. There's no time added on. And there goes the final whistle. Morocco have beaten Japan by a goal to 0.
Leapfrogging them as well. We'll take them to 9
Bro, your
points
mistake,
over
man.
Japan's
Japan player didn't
Turkey were looking good
play
earlier
good.
on against Colombia.
From the starting, he was playing
So this is
toward
dangerous for
defense.
Greece and India.
Bro was
Oh, no, India have to
trailing
take
by
the lead
1
against
goal. He
Greece,
should go
so
attack
that'll be good
one
for the rest
bar
of these
attack
teams. But over here,
instead of 2 bar defense.
Moroccan player deservedly a couple of fist bumps. Yassin, what a performance!
Yassin.
Yeah, it's a big performance.
Yassin is now top of the table.
Gets yourself off the foot of the table.
Top of the
And
table.
again, it's a
Yassin is
brilliant
not top of the table.
thing for them. They've got 9 points now.
Now, if India win
Massive 3 points. It goes to
against
understate
Greece,
just how
India will
vital
be top
these
of the table.
victories are, especially at this stage. Second day, you've
India
got
have to
right
beat
the
Greece,
wrongs of
then
day one, and
India will be
Morocco's
top of the
certainly
table,
doing
and
that.
Yassin will be
He's been
second.
holding his nerve. He goes up to Soshan, of
Group
course.
stage
and
match.
says, GG's, and it was a close match. I think Soshan will have a couple of moments where he'll think, if only I'd done this or done that.
Yeah, but unfortunately,
One
you'll
bad
never
plays
know,
up
'cause
and
you
bad
ran out
play.
of time, and maybe could have pushed a little bit further in terms of attacking bias.
Guys, double tap and the screen. Please also subscribe to the channel. Let's go for the 6,700 subscribers.
Left it too late, and Morocco were able to take that game away.
Group B certainly the one to watch here. In eFootball Mobile 2025, it's building up beautifully. Soshan just has to watch on and think, man, whoa. I could have made a mistake right there. Milos, maybe you can ask how that game looked down on the pitch.
Well, we got to get through it here because a huge matchup just happened. Beating Japan 1-0 for Morocco. This puts Japan out of top 4 and you into it back again. How does it feel to you? How are you recovering after that slobber knocker?
It was a huge win. After with that, yesterday we didn't play as we expected. But today, especially first half, I was dominating it. I was have to score more than one. But second half, he played good. He's a very good player. I know him before this competition. So we had to play some haram ball, as they say, but it was perfect.
It was great to witness. That's sort of gameplay we're looking for. Thank you very much. Yassine, congratulations on the massive victory. We got more games coming up. India-Greece is ongoing, so let's send it back to our casters.
Thanks, Milosh, as we are back with India versus Greece momentarily. Thank you very much for getting that interview.
Okay, 1-1.
You join us
India versus Greece is going 1-1.
India took the lead and Greece equalised.
India, Ronaldo. Greece is leading.
Bravery from Ronaldo. Fantastic choice there from Panisball. Ronaldo was put through. I don't know if that was an own goal, if it was a sliding tackle. I thought it might have been a red card, a penalty. There was all sorts. But the ball trickles into the net.
I was going to say, if the answer was multiple choice goal, you could have had any one of those.
I would have selected them all.
We'll watch it again here. Ronaldo side by side with the defender. And it's a really good challenge from Daniel. But as a result, with that challenge, the ball has bobbled past an on-rushing goalkeeper. We'll see it again here. The animation, you'll watch it here, takes it away from the goalkeeper. That vital touch, the goalkeeper comes out and doesn't realise it's rolled past him. It's gone into the back of the net.
Yeah, but you know who's claiming it, don't you?
Oh,
Ronaldo is like, look, I was within 5 feet of that one. I'm going to have it for me.
It's not quite a goal in the back garden, but it's still the same as it is half-time here between India and Greece. India 1, Greece 2. Wow, what a time to rejoin it.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen this with Indonesia as well earlier on. You know, they were so far ahead of their group.
Turkey
and
versus
as soon as it was clear they were qualifying, they just slowed down, but you can be caught up with the rest of the group. Turkey, 4 goals to 1 up against Colombia. You can't ask for much more than that, especially coming off the back of a loss.
Absolutely, and it's again just drags more teams into this discussion point that we have. Is Omar Mamouche and Turkey looked at maybe get a fifth. It's parried to the side and out for a corner, but this result's massive. Before the round started, it's 5th versus 2nd.
How important is it to make a statement right now for Turkey, to put fear into the other teams?
It's perfect timing. It's perfect timing. You know that all of these players are nervous. You know they're all feeling the strain. And what a better time to come out and go, right, that's our statement victory right there. And again, I wouldn't want to be anybody playing Turkey coming up. As the ball goes into the box, it's cleared out and it will be a goal kick. But there are a list of players that you don't want to play against. Certainly Turkey in this mood. Certainly
it's still 2-1.
Mbappé. Jump straight to what we'll now probably call our new feature game, which is India versus Greece.
Give it to Hazard. Zico.
For us, because now we can see it unfold in front of our very eyes to see if Daniel can hold out the resurgent Panisball, the console main, stepping up every game on mobile.
Yeah, Greece historically have got a wonderful array of esports talent throughout the years. And Panisball is just the latest in a long line of them. As he has the ball here now and dribbling forward is Iniesta, Ronaldo to Cruyff looking to pull and push and form a strike, but it's parried away and now India.
Nice, Zico, nice pass, Zico.
What a finish! India make it 2-2.
Yeah, there it was.
What a pass that was!
Daniel and his dad high five. The entire
Eyes everywhere.
happy with that one.
It's 2-2 now. Come on, Daniel, you can do it.
Think the same. It didn't matter. He slams it past the keeper. And Panisball is going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah, Papa Dan enjoyed that one. Right out of his seat.
What a pass that was, man.
Zico brilliantly ran through. Beats the offside trap. Goalkeeper's on rushing, so you can afford to take that shot early. And boy, was it the right move for India and for Daniel. Wonderful take from Zico. First time pretty much. Just controls it with the right foot and then slams it home on the bounce.
Now one goal to go, 1 goal to go.
A confirmed victory in Colombia versus Portugal. It finished Colombia 2, Turkey 4. Sorry, I lost my own marbles.
It's going to talk about Ronaldo, that's what it is.
Yeah, sorry, apologies for that. Completely lost my marbles.
I mean, Portugal, are they any good? I've not really heard too much about Portugal in the world of eFootball.
To be fair, they were pretty good last year in terms of console. They got through to knockouts. Got knocked out by Spain. But yeah, no, completely lost my mind there. Apologies there, folks. Yeah, Colombia 2, Turkey 4. Wow. Which
I think that's thrown us all for a loop. That many goals.
The good news is that we're now back up to speed, which means that Turkey, at the moment, as results stand, they are in 2nd position because the table is now updated. However, to really complicate matters, if Greece end up winning this game against India, they go up to 2nd.
Yes.
And it just complicates everything once more.
So if right, this is live broadcast, I'm looking at a table and discussing it. So if Greece score a goal, their goal difference will go from 0 to at least 1. Let's say they win 3-2.
Yep.
And they beat Turkey. So I believe then head-to-head will take over goal difference. But
Sorry, my maths completely failed again. I'm so glad you're here, Cole.
I think that's the case. But again,
that is correct.
I should have learned over my 10-odd years in esports never to predict the table, because the amount of times I've made it through.
I should have left it to the boffins. I really should have.
Exactly. Not our job.
Gakpo.
India have possession.
Kill score. अरे बे क्या हो गया बे उधर ही से I think
to predict the table, because the amount of times I've made it through.
I should have left it to the boffins. I really should have.
Exactly.
Has he scored or not?
India have possession.
He scored. No, he scored.
Just showing that.
He scored. He scored.
Level. Daniel just coming again and again and again.
What a goal. Okay, India is leading now 3-2. And let me refresh, guys. Let me refresh.
Changes here, and I'm not too surprised based on Panas's reaction. He did not like what he just saw. I'm not sure if it is defense that he thought was too slow or out of position, but something seems to have snapped there.
I need this stop, listen. Let me check mine. It is this stop or not.
He's not been in this situation too often, you know. He's a player that, in making it as a mobile second, you know, maybe if he'd lost every game, he'd be having a good time. But suddenly he's realising that he very much can compete with players of Daniel's calibre. It starts to get real. It starts to really matter.
National pride does funny things to an individual cold. It really does. And as we know, Greece are an incredibly passionate nation. Of course, the first time they've ever been represented at a FIFAe event. So, of course, this means absolutely everything to that Greece setup.
86
Fortunately, at the moment, they find
Mbps.
themselves 3-2 down. As Daniel is very much just waiting to get back underway. I think Panaspor is also waiting to get back underway as well. Quite a few technical breaks in this game, but with around about 20 in-game minutes left here, it is India 3, Greece 2, as Greece try and find to another level.
क्या नहीं तो यार यो
to go again. They've been able to come off the canvas once already. We've seen earlier on against Turkey, came off the ground there. They might be able to do it again as Erling Haaland can't get past Araujo.
No. Clear.
Back to Araujo, and Totti will recover it for India. And Daniel, you can see
Aramburu.
from the shape, he's moved to a five at the back.
Yeah, not looking to see this one away. 5 goals is quite enough, says Daniel. 5 goals is quite enough, says Daniel.
Wait, guys, wait. Let me clear catch.
Five goals is quite enough, says Daniel. Last year's semi-finalist. Went out agonisingly to Mbappe, who's really struggling at the moment for Malaysia, but once they got to the knockout stages last year, Mbappe couldn't be stopped even by the man currently playing in light blue. Totti dances with that ball. The person doesn't throw the ball away, so takes his time.
He scored again, scored 4-2.
You could tell that I just knew that was going in. You could just sense it.
It's almost as though time slows down for Daniel.
It's going 4-2.
Very much. I believe that Serge Gnabry and it might be James Harden in the NBA that joined that type of celebration. But you can just see just the way he moved the ball and he manipulated his players into those right spots. And again, he had so much time. You can just see again here, just moves it effortlessly into Kilixoy's path. And Kilixoy's just able to just roll that one home. And you feel with time ticking down with not that long left for Greece, you feel as though that might be the end of this game. Of course, seen crazy things in eFootball, both in mobile and console. But you would have to
heavy. India block it off. A risk of a penalty there. The referee was feeling harsh, but he wasn't. And this one's going to tick away for a victory for India.
It is. It looks as though
has been indicated.
1 goal.
It's going to be 4 minutes of added on time, but as we know, they go incredibly quickly, and it will be India's 3 points. Again, just allowing India to reassert themselves after they worked to a draw against Morocco.
Okay, 4-2 win India.
India walk out 4-2 victors against Greece.
I'll play Daniel. And there's the sportsmanship as well. Panaspal immediately over to the Indian cohort to say GG's, and it was GG's. And Panaspal is making waves here in this tournament, but he just has to kick and fight his way out of this group. Greece on 8, Colombia on 8, Morocco on 9, Turkey on 10. India are on 12. I think they're going to be on higher than that once everything updates. So Daniel comfortable. He knows that he and India will make it through to the knockout stage for the second year in a row. It's question marks about the rest of the group. But Panaspal putting in a decent fight. He can be disappointed, but he can't be too angry at that.
Absolutely. Look, being able to put 2 goals past an Efootball World Cup semi-finalist, somebody that we arguably thought was going to away last year. Bearing in mind, you were on console, you moved over to mobile, so it's incredible even with that.
Milos is with Daniel.
Yeah, simple as that. I am with Daniel, the man of the moment, because that was an incredible matchup. There's no two ways around it. Your group opponent gave it their all, but you were down 2-1. What happened to bring this game back and really get your head in the game?
Yeah, of course, the defense was a bit shaky, and we made some changes, some tactical changes as well. And
India is top of the table, 15 points, 10 points Turkey, Morocco,
you feel that
8
having
points.
the entire kind of India family here around you motivates you to always perform better?
Yeah, I think these guys support me all the time, let me tell you. And the supporters watching as well, lovely. And I think that's what makes me better. Yeah.
It definitely did play out. Now, once you got to 2-2, you know that this could slip away from you at any point in time. What's the way for you to keep your focus in the game when it's so tight?
Yeah, we just focus on the game and you don't get distracted. And as well, we made some changes and I just worked hard on defending because I was conceding a lot of goals, so yeah.
What sort of changes were you looking at to go into in a moment like this?
Of course, yeah, defending. As I said, the defense was a bit shaky. So we made some defensive changes and just focused on an attack and changed the attacking patterns a bit, so yeah.
Very good. It was incredible. Now, your run is still not done. You sit at 15 points. You're leading the group, but there is still a chance that you could get knocked down. You could not be in first place. What do you do now in between big games like this to reset and get ready for your next matchup?
Yeah, because as I said, being top of the group is important as well. We just don't want to qualify. We want to be top of the group as well. So yeah, we're working on it game by game. Let's see what happens.
Let's see what happens. Thank you very much. Daniel, there it is. Congratulations. Huge matchup against Greece. Let's send it back to our studio to see what's going on still around eFootball.
Thanks so much, Milos. Yeah, it's great to hear from Daniel. That one had us on the edge of our seats, I think, because like Milos just asked him, being 2-1 down and to come back and be victorious 4-2 in the end, he had to make some changes. He was clever. He wasn't worrying. He said, defensively, wasn't good enough.
He just is able to adapt so often, and that's one thing. I mean, me and Harry were just having a conversation about it. It's like, I just want to remind myself, last year, it's like we truly did come out of nowhere, and to see him come up to this level, it feels like he stepped up again. And I'm not going to spoil what we said, but we have our expectations for Daniel this week, and they are extremely high because of his ability to turn things around. I mean, that was an unfortunate goal that he gave away there. That was for obviously Greece to go in the lead, but he just seems to always find a way. And just so much composure in moments like that as well. Not just to take the shot when there's a little bit of pace, or a little bit of space, I should say. It's every single time he is so composed. And Daniel's dad's the MVP as well. We love Daniel's dad here in the studio. So does everybody else, to be fair, but big Daniel's dad fan.
We expect a lot from Daniel, but we heard there Daniel expects a lot from himself as well. He wants to finish top of the table, Harry.
We expect that of him as well. Yeah. I mean, here's the rest of the results from around the grounds, but you're absolutely right. We have such high hopes, and the craziest part of it all is he keeps delivering. Every single time we think, oh, maybe this is the game that Daniel will falter, and fair enough, there's been the odd scare here or there for him, but more often than not, he's coming out on top, and if he gets...
Guys, double tap on the screen, man. Also, please subscribe to the channel.
He's not afraid of the scrap. He's like, okay, you want to come at me with offense? Here's even more offense from my side. I'm not scared. I won't back down from any challenge, and that's why he sits at the top of Group B.
He finds a way. That's crucial. Just have a look at the round 7 results then. Group A, Saudi Arabia lost out to Egypt there 2-0. Thailand beat Malaysia 3-0.
Thailand beat Malaysia.
Another massive upset from Mbappe and Malaysia. They haven't won now.
Mbappe back-to-back 2
This
losses.
is round 2, Mbappe. And we're now on round 7 as I just quickly rattle through. Brazil beating Bahrain, Group B, Turkey beating Colombia. We know the India, Greece score, and Morocco defeating Japan just when we thought Japan were going to go on a run. Well, these are the standings as well. Just
16
quickly
points,
take you
15
through
points,
these.
13
Brazil,
points, Malaysia 7
Egypt,
points.
Thailand at the moment looking pretty confident.
Disappointing.
Malaysia, as I mentioned, 7 points, haven't won since round 2. What's going on there? Saudi Arabia on 6 points and Bahrain 4. Those two, watch out. You need to be top 4 come the end of today. Group B, India unbeaten, still 15 points. Turkey 10. Morocco 9, Colombia and
1 draw,
Greece
3
locked
loss.
horns on 8, and Japan 7. That Group B is twisting, turning, topsy-turvy. Don't know where I'm looking there, Chris.
I mean, Morocco are now all of a sudden flying after really struggling yesterday. I mean, look, it's the point that from 3rd to 6th, there is 2 points in it. That is literally going to go down the last game in Astia.
Japan was sitting bottom as we came into this. We go, right, they're back in it, they got a win. Now they're bottom again because results have gone against them.
This entire Group B, aside from India, which is the one constant in this group, you could do what would it be, a scattered chart of where every single placement was from every single nation in each round, and they would all be different. It would be up and down like a yo-yo. So yeah, keep your eyes on Group B. Some twists and turns to come, I feel.
I mean, I'm sure the heart rates of all the players in Group B are going up and down, up and down. Have we got a heart rate from Group B, Group A? Have we got one at all, Chris?
We do. I'm going to have a little peek. Let's have a little look. Who do you want to look at? Oh, okay, well, let's go with it. Let's look at
Group B, Morocco. This is exactly what we wanted to see.
You know what it is? I can actually move things around very, very quickly here. But yeah, look, that's a pretty steady one, to be fair. We haven't necessarily seen too much Zone 3 from Morocco, but as it's slowly, I'm getting a little bit more tense than just what was a 1-0 game. I'm curious to have a look at Daniel and how he was feeling during that game. Oh, a lot of spikes with Daniel is what I want to say as well. Obviously, we can't really compare, of course, to his opponent. But
is that when he jumps up, though, and gives his dad a hug or a high five?
Maybe. I've been requesting it for the longest time. Can we get a Daniel's dad heart rate monitor to go on through?
Daniel's dad just went like this, like as if to say, yeah, sure.
One thing that is a little bit curious to see what's going on with Mbappe right now. Like, he is tumbling down these standings right now, and that is just. It's one of those things where, okay, you won last year. The pressure is really on you. You are the hunted consistently at this tournament. But how can it be going so badly? Is one thing for me. I don't understand how you can go from being our world champion, barely even at losing a game all year last year, and now you're here and you can't even get the sniff of a point now.
Is the next matchup from Mbappe the vital one? It's against the bottom of the table, Bahrain. Could this be the turning point?
Great opportunity for him to stop the rot that has set in the last 4 or 5 rounds of the group stages. I mean, listen, if I'm his coach, Ochi Bikun, I believe his name is. Listen, I'm just going to go direct to camera here. You are a champion. You know exactly what it takes to get to the knockout stages. Last year, you dropped just 1 single game. Forget about what has happened already. You can't get these points back. Let's just start a good momentous run right here, right? That's all you have to do. And if you beat Bahrain, who haven't really impressed us too much, I think it's a good opportunity for Malaysia to start to build from this point. However, anything less than 3 points, we're starting to look at a shock group stage exit perhaps on the cards for Malaysia.
I was trying to look behind me actually and see if possibly Mbappe has taken a tactical toilet break. I would be doing that right now. Just walk out of the arena. You know, you're
guys, like and subscribe to the channel, okay?
See that in esports and just kind of have a little look in the mirror and talk to yourself. You know, I'm the defending champion. Let's start the ball rolling here. We're still in a good position.
But even in the first couple of games, there was cracks. Like, he was winning those games, but it wasn't as clean as what we have done. Okay, maybe just easing the competition. Not necessarily anything too untoward. We know that champions are going to do that, but he really needs to wake up very, very quickly.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we're going to go quickly into our next matchup as well. Match number 3 coming away. Egypt taking on
Brazil.
That man there from Brazil, Jorginho. Wow, he's just impressed us. Every time he picks up his phone, he impresses us, doesn't he?
He has been the one consistent, I want to say. To be honest, in that group has been looking pretty solid. I would be surprised if he's not going to keep cracking on here. But I mean, it's been pretty good from him, right?
Phantom, though, going under the radar a little bit for Egypt. We haven't really been speaking about him yet. He's only 1 point behind Brazil.
Exactly. I have been so looking forward to seeing Phantom compete at a live event like this. Often throughout the Konami circuit, throughout the eFootball club events, he qualifies for the club event finals, but for one reason or another, be it visa issues, travel issues, he cannot compete in them. So often we see his name scribbled out from our call sheets. Now I get to see the man in the flesh, the young man that has been qualifying time and time again for these offline tournaments. Finally, it's his chance, and as you've mentioned, he's only 1 point behind.
He's making the most of it as well, isn't he? Making the most of being here and this opportunity. Okay, well, we can talk about Phantom, but shall we hear from him ahead of this crucial matchup? It's Egypt taking on Brazil.
Dun, 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 dun.
طبعا مين ما يتشرفش بتمثيل منتخب مصر.
جيت عامل مارموس ميلا مزي باي واو
ما توصفش طبعا وده حاجة
مارموس
أنا حاططها ومصدقها.
جذب بلاير بي.
أنا جاي هنا عارف أعمل إيه وجاي للتتويج ولا غير التتويج وإن شاء الله نرجع بالبطولة. إحنا مش جايين مجرد المشاركة.
मुझे एक होल प्लेयर चाहिए था वो होल प्लेयर भाई फ्री में तो कुछ देता नहीं मुझे.
تخلص في الآخر بالبطولة. نتمنى إن هو ينتهي بالتتويج في الآخر.
Guys, double tap on the screen and please subscribe to the channel.
Well, we are almost halfway through day 2 of the group stages for the FIFA e-finals eFootball mobile tournament. And what a day it's been.
Yes, hello again.
I think Indian football जो YouTube channel उधर देगा Daniel का
We
match.
are in a very important match. Yes,
Indian
I think both of them,
football.
both of these teams, Brazil and Egypt.
Hello Nikhil bro कैसे यार? ओ भने न मैले. यता दिन्छ क्या? इन्डियाको म्याचको कपिराइट पुरै यसले लेखा नि त. AIFF.
I didn't believe something like this can happen into the game. Kick off, 1-2 passes left, right, and center. First time flick.
First time flick. भएन कमेन्टेटर भन्ने क्या कमेन्टेटर त्यहाँ ड्राम छ.
Not even a straight volley. He's
के छ खबर ठिक छ यार तिम्रो के छ? त्यहाँ इन्डियालाई बुम्बा भन्दा छ.
passing up front. It is
One of the best goated player Mbappe scored.
2 poke to finish things off, and it took us less than 3 minutes to get on the scoreboard. And Turkey, they are already trailing.
टर्की आज पनि हार्छ. हिजो हारे थियो आज पनि हार्छ. ओए नाइस सेभ. पिर्लो.
Patrick Vieira gives the ball back to Pirlo.
Lofted खेला.
He is keeping the ball a little longer.
Easy खेल्दा easy अनि.
Reception there. Kylian Mbappe from the
Oh.
Platini.
What a save यार.
Near post, but what a save.
Semi finalist पो हो त Daniel यार.
Straight in front of the goal.
Indian squad सँग semi final पुग्नु it's not a joke.
I would have to say
Only Indian player base card.
Concedes a goal like that in the previous
Not a
game
joke
against
के.
Greece,
अरुसँग
and
कस्तो
then
दामी player
save
छ ल सोच.
something like this. I mean, all right, it's either one side or the other. There's no in between for Peter Cech out here. But yeah, I'd have to say Turkey had to score that one, man. Pressure is still on top of them, and the next header
अनि है हो नि मलाई स्किल त्यो इन्डियन प्लेयरसँग त जस इनबिल्ट स्किल धेरै राम्रो छैन नि त.
This man is big, beefy, tall, strong. You can't let this one through.
स्किल के भन्नाले प्लेयरको नि स्किल त राम्रो छ जस्तो भन्नाले प्लेयर्स के इन गेम प्लेयर्स स्किल हुनुपर्छ क्या. जस्तो थ्रु पासिङ वन टच पास डबल टच यस्तो भयो नि बेस कार्डले नि खेल्न त सकिन्छ. झन् यसपालि त झन् प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट नै पाएको छ. झन् प्लेयर ड्राफ्टमा कस्तो प्ले लेखा थियो र. मोरोकोसँग मात्र 2टा ड्र खेल्यो. अन्त अल म्याच विन. सोनी
trying to find a passing lane, has
Pirlo.
been blocked from everywhere else. Pirlo.
Pirlo.
Zico up next, but Porlo is making his way from left right.
Bad pass, man.
Keeping the possession a little longer, but
धेरै bad pass. अब Justin Hubner को speed छैन. Romario.
what a pass!
Roma.
Perfectly threaded pass.
Oh, what a save!
Mbappe, but near post.
Player draft भनेको प्लेयरहरु
Save from Pitik.
एपिक देखि लिएर शो टाइम देखि लिएर अनि
My man is using all
हाइलाइट
the
कार्ड
lady luck that he
ट्रेन्डिङ
has
कार्ड
for this one game, and
त्यो
I have
सबैको
to
एउटा
say,
फिफाले नै
clear
पहिलेदेखि
posts are not
फिक्स
going
गरेर
in
राखे
for
हुन्छ
the
अनि
DA.
त्यो मध्येको प्लेयर मात्र युज गर्न
This
पाउँछ
appointment should be there. Twice he got the chance, and both of them being kept out by the keeper. Maybe a third one blowing up. Guess what?
Van Dijk against
Again, it's Virgil van Dijk, and again it goes outside the box.
It's exactly the replica of the first corner. Nothing different from there. But I think Pitik. Yeah, the deja vu moments there. But Pitik, he needs to work on his kickoff, I believe, because this goal kicks are a nuisance. And this time around, Kylian Mbappe making a run. Almost showing but dispossessed at the very least. But now Virgil van Dijk with the ball high up the field finds Kylian Mbappe.
Attacking my Romario.
Araujo from the side of Eachday wins the ball back. Unleashes up in the air. Zico touchdown header for Song Heung-min. First time passes left right, but Virgil van Dijk another big interception.
प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट भनेको जस्तो फिफाले पहिलेदेखि एउटा फिक्स गरिसकेको हुन्छ के प्लेयर्सहरु हरेक टाइपको एपिक टु बेस कार्ड त्यस्तै टाइपको अनि त्यही युज गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ त्यसलाई प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट भन्छ बेस कार्ड हुँदैन ट्रेन्डिङ हाइलाइट कार्ड त्यस्तो हुन्छ अनि त्यो मध्येको प्लेयर मात्र युज गर्न पाउँछ त्यही हो प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट
After that first one, it has been constant back-to-back attacks coming in from Turkey. So Daniel hasn't really had the chance to breathe and finally compose himself.
प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट
In the midfield is completely
के भन्छ नि यार मैले
एकछिन
प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट चाहिँ धेरै यसमा जस्तो इन्डोनेसियन लिग त्यता त स्पोर्ट राम्रो छ नि त तिनीहरुमा नि प्लेयर ड्राफ्टकै यो हुन्छ रुल हुन्छ ठुलो लिगतिर यस्तो टुर्नामेन्टतिर प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट हुन्छ के
Constantly making sure that the lead is not diminished, but rather doubles up.
कोनामीको वर्ल्ड कपमा चाहिँ फेरि प्लेयर ड्राफ्ट हुँदैन
Sequences not coming in from one place but from both.
यो फिफाकोमा चाहिँ ड्राफ्ट छ यसपालि चाहिँ पोहोर वर्ष चाहिँ थिएन पोहोर वर्ष चाहिँ आफ्नै स्क्वाडै लिएर खेल्नु पर्ने थियो आफ्नै कन्ट्रीको स्क्वाड
the honored one, he is under tremendous pressure at this point because he was playing the high pressure game, pressing India in their own half, getting some good chances, but we sometimes dispossessed.
खाना भयो त अब खाना खान्छ नि त्यसपछि यो म्याच हेर्ने एन्ड अनि खाना खान्छ
He conceded the two from the chances that he could not block.
चिसो छ खाना खाइहाल्नु पर्छ गर्मी भएको भए ल
The final pass
10 वर्षसम्म स्ट्रिम गर्ने टक खाना
it has been superb.
This time around has been working out well, yes, and I agree.
लास्ट गेम हो र यो लास्ट गेम हैन यसपछि ब्रेक हुन्छ
Definitely those lofted passes.
यसपछि ब्रेक हुन्छ होला लास्ट गेम हैन यसपछि अझै दुईटा म्याच
It was also the case that happened back in the regional online qualifiers too, where he was getting in some of those lofted.
न यसपछि तीनटा म्याच छ भर्खर तीनटा म्याच त कम्प्लिट भयो नि
And that normally used to go in. Lovely.
आज ग्रुप स्टेज सकिन्छ भोलि नकआउट
That we always talk about. He finally learns it from his mistake. This time, just cut off
Very nice.
angle and now is going in for another counter.
Aramburu to Son Heung-min, Zico score.
Chances still going up, and Peter Cech finally collecting it on the other side.
+3.
Daniel को गेमप्ले अनि म्युजिकल को प्लेयर्स नलेज बूमिङ भइराछ के
Despite the fact they had good
म्युजिकल त गोटेड हो नि गोटेड
could not score a single
गोटेड प्लेयर हो नि फेरि उ पछाडीको त्यो कोच थियो नि निखिल म्युजिकल गोटेड प्लेयर हो इन्डियाको That's why he's the coach. उ पछाडी छ नि चस्मा लगाएको थियो म्युजिकल कहाँको इन्डियाको कोच हो क्या म्युजिकलको लाइभ स्ट्रिम हेरेको थियो नि तिमीले त्यसलाई हेरेको गोटेड प्लेयर हो नि वान अफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर इन इन्डिया भन्न सकिन्छ वान अफ द बेस्ट प्लेयर इन इन्डिया टम बोय ड्यानियल म्युजिकल तीनजना त्यति हो अहिले चाहिँ कोच अहिले चाहिँ यसमा चाहिँ कोच छ
As the ball finds Nico Barella, that's a new midfielder into the player.
It's
Not
going.
seen him too much. Similarly, it can be said for Kiliksoy as well, because that's a player that no one else plays, at least in our group.
टम्बै त सब्स्टिट्युटमा होला हैन ब्याकअप प्लेयर प्लस कन्टेन्ट क्रिएटर हो त्यो
And he is using his physicality to hold the
Backup
ball, but
players-
not for long.
backup
Pretty
player plus
finds the
content
pass,
creator.
But Hubner on the other side intercepted as he was trying to get us through.
Good one out here. The passing angle still blocked. Not
अब
enough.
गोल हान्यो
Mbappe sends
किल्सकोले
another through. Kiliksoy
ओए
up close. Oh, back heel.
Tat.
Mbappe blocked off by the defender to
कस्तो
stop
चार्ज
the
थियो यार
third one from coming in. But what a vision coming from Daniel.
किल्सकोले
That's
नै सुट हान्यो
insane.
गोल हुन्थ्यो यार त्यहाँ
Almost there, and Kylian, he knows.
कडा ब्याकले कडा कडा
It's not a deflection thing.
आइज एभ्रिवेयर भनेर आउँछ नि
Slowly and steadily.
जस्तै आइज
Are getting
एभ्रिवेयर
a third one as well, and yeah.
त्यो लास्ट म्याचमा हेऱ्यो इन्डियाको त्यसमा नि एम्बापेबाट जिकोलाई पास दिएको कस्तो दामी पास दिएको क्या हामीले सोच्नै सक्दैन कि अगाडि जिको लान्न भिजन कडा रहेछ त्यही भने भिजन कडा रहेछ क्या ड्यानियलको
I think on the 5th spot as of now, and with this defeat,
कसैले म त सक्दिनँ यार आई डोन्ट थिङ्क कि कसैले पनि त्यस्तो सोच्छ होला एम्बापे ड्रप भएर जिको अगाडि रन बनाएको छ कसै सोच्छ क्या जिको
After this one, it's gonna be tough, man. If I'm not wrong, this is the 8th game for both of these teams out here. And that's the main thing, right? The entire standing is just so tight. It's only India who's on 15 points. Every single one of them is either on 10, 9, 8 and 7.
18 points हुन्छ यार
Nothing apart from
जित्यो
that.
भने त यो
Guess what?
ए अझै टाइम रहेछ यार
Just making sure that the goal
लफ दे न मुला यसको भिजन चाहिँ गेडै रहेछ ऊ त ओपेन्डा पुरै खाली त लफ दे पुग्थ्यो
that is so true. Number of goals scored are crazy.
इन्डिभिजुअल के राख्यो होला
Are just perfect.
इन्डिभिजुअल यिनीहरू धेरै राम्रो प्लेयरहरू हुन् क्या विथआउट इन्डिभिजुअल खेल्छन् होला
And or rather even better, since we are conceding less goals overall.
विथआउट इन्डिभिजुअल नै खेल्छन् क्या यिनीहरू
Turkey has the ball with Luis Lopez.
इन्डिभिजुअलको नि एउटा एडभान्टेज र डिसएडभान्टेज छ क्या
Now Kiliksoy pass Ruben Neves, and he will. Now there is an opportunity to unleash a
अब लिड लिइरहेछ त्यसपछि टाइट मार्किङ चाहिँ गर्दैन किनकि टाइट मार्किङ गर्दाखेरि जहिले पनि तिम्रो
might drive it ahead for Kylian Mbappe. A cut back on the way.
स्पेस भन्छ क्या डिफेन्डर आइदिन्छ अगाडि एग्रेसिभ छ भने
Still not being able to clear it perfectly as Mbappe.
नाइस
Another chance.
हेलो दत्त भाइ वेलकम के हाल छ
Check stretches himself out to push it for a corner. Another opportunity.
ब्लिच कल राहुल काई खेल रहा है यस राहुल डिसेंट कार्ड
That's also the reason Turkey haven't found themselves scoring in even the
राहुल इज अ
first
डिसेंट
half of
कार्ड
this
यार मैं उसको नहीं रखूंगा टॉप
Oh man.
टॉप प्लेयर
This is one of those matches where Turkey doesn't.
मुझे हर्जी मिला भाई हर्जी को मैंने ये भी नहीं किया एक बार भी गेम भी नहीं खेला इसके बाद एक गेम खेलूंगा तब जाऊंगा मैं ऑफ
That your goalkeeper makes
खाना
the
खाने
saves.
ना नहीं
The
चला
man
जाऊंगा
defending
मैं
is definitely not working out. Nico Barella is trying to clear the ball, but as far as that Kiliksoy is concerned, he
Ruben
will
Neves.
and another attack is on its way.
कौन मिला
The
मुझे तो
amount of
कुछ
chances
नहीं मिला
Daniel has created
अरे
are
फ्री प्लेयर्स आए बे फ्री प्लेयर्स
from
ईएल
what
हर्जी
Turkey has done.
And now he
ईटो के जैसा बोल रहा है बट दे आर आई नो सम ऑफ द यूट्यूबर इज जस्ट हाइपिंग दैट कार्ड मैन फ्री कार्ड हाइप कर रहा है ईटो के जैसा खेलता है बट आई डोंट थिंक वो ईटो से अच्छा कोई अरे यार कोई भी कार्ड होगा मुझे सीमन चाहिए था यार मुझे सीमन चाहिए था
And yeah, coming back onto that same topic, I absolutely like how he's instantly adapted to
ना वो 1 वीक बफ है फिर रख देगा हाँ सुनील छेत्री जैसा सुनील छेत्री कैसा बवाल खेला था एकदम खतरनाक खेला था फिर दिन उसके बाद परफॉर्मेंस डाउन एंड आई बेंच सुनील छेत्री बट किल्स को हेड गोल नो नाइस सेव भाई 66 इसका हार्ट रेट है ये मान लिया कि मैं हार जाऊंगा जब भी मैं बात करता हूँ कि मैं आई विल एंड द स्ट्रीम उस टाइम पे मेरा सीधा ऊपर रिव्यू के ले अकाउंट है अभी टाइम ही नहीं मिलता भाई रिव्यू करूंगा तो फिर मैं स्ट्रीम नहीं आऊंगा
Scoring against the home ground at this
राउलर
point.
सिमंस
And he has been phenomenal. Turkey.
मैं फिर ये करूंगा रिव्यू करूंगा तो
They don't
मैं
have that
लाइव
card.
नहीं आऊंगा
So I think that's a rare find which
ऑफ
Daniel
पे
has
में
done.
रिव्यू करना होगा मुझे
And is definitely working out because in the final third, I have seen some crazy passes from that lad, and that card is pretty much underrated. And this time around, attack from the side, from corner rather, counter attack from side of Turkey, could not convert
चलो जीत
anything.
गए इन्हें easy peasy
Final third passes are a bit more hopium on the side of Turkey, and they are having a really, really rough time.
easy peasy let's just fall mark this for this
Even
fight is
at the +2 mark, you could see Daly constantly trying to steal this one away. A yellow finally taken up. Was not really
अरे जीत
necessary,
गया
but
यार
it's
एक
fine.
गेम खेल के जाते हैं यो हज्जी को देखते हैं भाई हज्जी को देखते हैं कैसा खेलता है एक भी हारा है डैनियल ये जीता है एंड्रो ओनली सब जीता है और 2 ड्रॉ है मोरक्को के साथ ओनली ड्रॉ 2 मैच प्लेड 1-1 ड्रॉ और सब मैच जीता है टॉप ऑफ द टेबल ही हैव नाउ 18 पॉइंट्स टॉप ऑफ द टेबल ही ग्रुप लीड करके ही क्वालिफाई करने में अच्छा है पर इसको क्या हुआ बे मलेशिया को क्या हुआ एम्बाप्पे को क्या बैक टू हार गया भाई दो मैच हार गया कहाँ खिलाऊं उसे एक बार फॉर्मेशन बताना ना है राहुल का प्ले स्टाइल क्या था रुको देखता मैं होल प्लेयर है क्या राहुल गासिया वेयर इज राहुल गासिया डमी है डमी है तो इसको ऐसा करके खिला सकता है सीएफ पे खिलाना पर थोड़ा नीचे लाके खिलाना और गोल पोस्टर को थोड़ा ऊपर कर देना नहीं तो एसएस जैसे मैं बोलना चाह रहा हूँ कि वो डमी है तो थोड़ा नीचे खिलाना है ऐसे करके मैं भी पहले खेलता था बेबीतो के साथ 4-2-2 खेलता था एक डमी रखी एक गोल पोस्टर रखी ऐसे ही करके खेलता था थोड़ा नीचे करके और उसको सपोर्टिव में थोड़ा देना होगा नीचे एक सपोर्ट चाहिए होगा उसको उस पासिंग उसका जीजी है बट डमी रनर का हमेशा पासिंग डमी रनर एंड डीएलएफ कार्ड ऑलवेज हैव अमेजिंग पासिंग ईटो और राहुल यस ईटो और राहुल भी हाँ ईटो भी रख सकता है पर सेकेंड हाफ में थोड़ा क्रॉस भी खेलना है तो फिर एक हाई टी प्लेयर भी रखना होगा भाई तेरे को ईटो मेरा वन ऑफ द बेस्ट कार्ड मिलता है ईटो सेवा रूमी दीज आर द बेस्ट कार्ड चलो 3-1-4-2 खेल रहा है ब्लड और हम खेलेंगे रूमी भी है रूमी ईटो राहुल मिडल ऐसे करके खेल एक बार और राहुल को एंकरिंग देना एंकरिंग देगा ना एंकरिंग इसको राहुल को एंकरिंग देगा ना तो वो विंग्स पे हॉरिजेंटल रन नहीं मारेगा सीधा मारेगा ये हॉरिजेंटल बोल रहा हूँ इधर क्या विंग्स पे वो शिफ्ट नहीं करेगा बीच में रहेगा ये मेरा कहना एएमएफ बताना कॉम्बो मैं तो अभी होल प्लेयर प्लस क्रिएटिव प्ले में करे उसका कॉम्बो बट ऐसा प्लेयर खिलाना जो विंग पे भी खेल सके दोनों एएमएफ नाइस फ्लूइड पास बोल रहा है हे अरे इसका नेट खराब है बे मैं क्यों एक्सेप्ट किया देखना है इस मैच बाद अकाउंट। ठीक है मैं देखता मैं अकाउंट। उसका नेट खराब है। नेट खराब प्लेयर पे ब्लीच कर बहुत कम आता है, काम आता है। हाँ ब्लीच कर उसमें काम आता है, पर शूटिंग एंड पासिंग का थोड़ा एल लग जाता है। मैंने एक बार ओप्पो को ब्लीच पेला 3। मेरे पास भी एक ब्लीच है पर दूसरे अकाउंट में है। नाउ हिट जी। अरे यार बेली को देखो किधर स्विच हुआ, देखा? यही है गोल। प्लेयर ही किधर स्विच होता है। राहुल से ही मारा। राहुल का कितना है कॉल एंड किकिंग पावर भाई, मस्ट नीड इट। शुरू हो गया मेरा। स्मार्ट असिस्ट ओप्पो, दोनों 90+ भाई साहब, खतरनाक। फिर जीजी कार्ड है। भाई तू अटैकिंग फुल बैक है, किधर पास दे रहा हूँ मैं, किधर दे रहा है आई डोंट नो। फिर लॉफ्टेड देगा ये, इजी पीजी। स्पीड भी 90+, नाइस। फिर डमी पे तो स्पीड भाई एकदम अच्छा स्पीड दिया। फिर उसको डमी को उतना स्पीड नहीं दिया था। अरे यार क्या खेला ये, व्हाट आर यू प्लेइंग ब्लड? ये डी फॉर्म में है। डैनियल भी खतरनाक लॉफ्टेड दे रहा है। हाँ भाई इधर क्या लॉफ्टेड चल रहा है यार। डैनियल मैन कोटेड प्लेयर कर। हजुर एक काम गर्दैछु म न। अरे इसका बॉल कंट्रोल क्या है बे? क्या बॉल कंट्रोल है इसका? या अर्जी का जोय एमबी, जोय मोहिनी बगान। He's playing 3 at the back. बॉल कंट्रोल कितना है इसका? 80 इनफ। गाइस लोग यार 10 लाइक्स कर दे यार जाने से पहले प्लीज, 2 लाइक बाकी। ये इसका डी फॉर्म है बेलिंगहम, दैट्स व्हाई ही इज नॉट प्लेइंग गुड। बट क्या ही कर सकते हैं, मेरे पास बैकअप एक भी नहीं है। लंपार्ड है पर लंपार्ड इज नॉट इन द फॉर्म। नाइस गोल हिटजी। इल्ल हिटजी गोल गोलाचो। दुक्सोन आजा हिट जी नाउ नहीं है नहीं फिजिकल एल भाई इसका पोजीशनिंग ए 3-1 है ना मैं 2-2 फिर ड्रॉ हो जाएगा प्रेस कर नाइस डिफेंडिंग I thought he will press डिक्सन हाइटी को रखा भाई मैंने आरसीबी पे हेड मारता है कि नहीं ये नहीं मारता नाइस ट्राई गाइस 2 लाख यार कम ऑन 2 लाख मार दो सेवा छीरे किधर डिफ्लेक्ट हुआ बॉल मारेगा यार शूट जबरदस्त पास बाय बिकनबावर ए क्या पास दे रहा रे तू चल पहले 4 ओवर 54 रन्स आज अर्षदीप पिट गया 4 overs 54 रन्स पिट गया भाई 160-40 अरे डिवीजन 2 होने वाला है स्क्वाड देखना हाँ देख रहा मैं देख रहा याद है भाई याद मुझे याद रहता है क्योंकि हमारे पास कम बंदे आते हैं कार्निच अरे अरे तूने PATW जावी साइमन बोला था उसको याद नहीं रहता मैं PATW जावी साइन बोला था यार तू मस्त उल्लू बनाया था अरे मैं समझा ये सो टाइम चिरकुट ठेले चिरकुटिया भाई स्टोचकोविच भी है उधर बाजियो ग्रेट मैन ग्रेट प्लेयर बाजियो राइकार्ड जी मिड एंड डिफेंड योर मिड एंड डिफेंड इज अमेजिंग अटैकिंग भी अमेजिंग भाई रूमी प्लस इटो तू ऐसे खेल मैं बोल रहा हूँ तो ऐसे एक बार ऐसा ट्राई करना जो मैं बोलूंगा ना टैक्टिक्स वही करना बाजियो है हाँ बाजियो अकाउंट बस्ट वाला एसलेशन बस्ट वाला एसलेशन बस्ट वाला वो निमार थोड़ा है मैं पैसे किए प्रोफिलिक विंगर है ना, उसको भी खिला सकता है, पर उसके साथ ड्रिबल करने में मजा आएगा तुमको। मैं जो बोलता हूँ वो करना है। इसको एएमएफ रखना, गुलित को एएमएफ कर, ओके, एंड क्रॉइफ को भी एएमएफ कर, और ईटो प्लस राहुल खिला एक बार। होल क्रॉइफ, रिवेरी, मोमेंटम, ड्रिबल, रिवेरी सब बाहर बैठे हैं। अरे रिवेरी तो उतना अच्छा भी नहीं है। क्रॉइफ इज गुड। रिवेर दो रिवेरी है। रिवेर नहीं खेला, रिवेर से अच्छा तो भाई वो होल प्लेयर अडन हजार्ड है। अच्छा, मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ वही करना, खेला। हेलो पेकी फुटबॉल, वेलकम, कैसे ब्रदर? क्रॉइफ जाबी साइमन को जगह, ओके, ना गुलित जाबी साइमन की जगह, और क्रॉइफ राहुल की जगह, और राहुल को रखना 4 लाइन की जगह, एंड यू आर रेडी टू कुक। और दोनों सीएफ को एंकरिंग प्लस काउंटर टारगेट देना, ओके। सो सीएफ ऐसे रन नहीं मारेगा, ऐसे रन मारेगा। खेल के देखना, फिर कल रिव्यू देना मेरे को कैसा लगा मेरा टैक्टिक्स। 10% लैसक्यो। और एलबीआरबी को एक डिफेंसिव और एक डिफेंसिव एलबीआरबी, अरे एक डिफेंसिव और एक अटैकिंग खेलना ना कंबाइन करके। तो फिर क्यों इंडिविजुअल इंस्ट्रक्शन को क्यों तू बर्बाद करेगा? कुछ मत कर, डीएमएफ में भी कुछ मत कर, इंस्ट्रक्टर कुछ नहीं देना, सीधा एंकरिंग प्लस काउंटर टारगेट दोनों सीएफ को, एंड देन बूम। मेरा देखना तू, मैं देख रहा, देख डिफेंसिव, और इधर सीबी पे एक डिफेंसिव फुल बैक रखना, इधर सीबी की जगह, और ये एलबी एज क्रॉसिंग वाला। तभी मैं ऐसे खिला, ये ऐसे जाता है, ये ऐसे बॉल होल्ड अप थ्रू क्रॉस सेवा गोल, ऐसे। अटैकिंग में बस दूं ना सीएफ को, बस अरे एंकरिंग बोथ सीएफ एंकरिंग एंड काउंटर टारगेट ऐसे खेलना। ये जरूरत नहीं है, ठीक है, ये जरूरत नहीं तुझे। दिखा अपना, हाँ दिखा रहा ना, ये दिखा। इधर नया प्लेयर रखा था इसलिए। अरे तभी पूछूं, तभी मैं सोचूं ये क्यों रन नहीं मार रहा था, ये हर्जी, तभी सोचूं क्यों रन नहीं मार रहा। ऐसे खेला ना, एंकरिंग काउंटर टारगेट टू बोथ सीएफ, सो योर सीएफ विल रन लाइक दिस, फ्रंट रन, ऐसे नहीं जाएगा, ट्राई करना। और बेकन बावर इज अ बिल्डअप, ओके, देखो ये बिल्डअप है, पर मैंने इसको डीएमएफ का ये दिया, ओके, डीएमएफ का स्टैट्स है ये, सीबी का नहीं। और डीएलएफ ऐसे रखना, डीएलएफ इजियर, तू डबल होल प्लेयर के साथ भी जा सकता है। होल प्लेयर नहीं, मेरे पास होल प्लेयर है ही नहीं, और मैंने बेंच रखा है इसको, देखो सावी अलोंसो को। कोक्चू इज ऑल्सो हियर, बॉक्स टू बॉक्स। मैं ट्रेल कर रहा हूँ तो फिर अटैक के लिए जाने के लिए कोक्चू रखा हूँ। सो कल मिलते हैं गाइस। अच्छा समझ गया, हाँ चल खेल के देखना, कल बताना मुझे, सेम टाइम, ओके। 7 बजे के करीब मैं आ जाऊंगा स्ट्रीम पे। ओके बाय, सी यू।